Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about Boruto chapter 34, and I know I'm a little late on this. We're almost to chapter 35 for the month, and better late than never. I it was the kind of thing that just got away from me, so whatever. Also, I apologize. I'm starting to kind of feel a little sick in my throat and my sinuses, so I'm gonna try to get through this as not quickly, but as productively as possible. So first of all, we ended off with Naruto beating Delta, and that was a pretty good fight. I like that a lot, but Naruto kind of in his old age has gotten a bit kind of a bit loose and loosey-goosey and a little careless. And so Delta's body explodes because she's a robot, self-destruct and all that. And Kawaki's just saying there like, I told you so, man. Come on. I told you so. So Naruto's like, oh, yeah, I really should have paid more attention. Oops. Meanwhile, we have Kashin Kojin kind of still off to the side, hiding out in Konoha somewhere with his toad and totally not being Jiraiya. If he's not, well, okay, whatever. Fine. But if he is, I don't know what I'm gonna do. In any event, he is still like collecting intel and just doing his own thing. So he's still a threat, theoretically. After the battle ends, we head to the hospital, I guess. Kawaki has lost an arm because, well, he's got to lose an arm. I don't think I realized entirely that when they were shown as adults, I can't remember whether they actually showed his right arm or what. I guess they only really showed his left arm because it's got the karma symbols on it. It's probably not even that big of a deal. Anyways, I digress. He's lost an arm. They're trying to figure out what they can do. Naruto kind of says, hey, why don't we use like the same kind of procedure that happened with my arm and put it on me? Karatsuke is like, yes and no. We don't really have that kind of technology right now to do whatever. And on top of that, the arms that they made for Naruto are specifically for Naruto, so they don't really work quite right with anybody else. However, Naruto's like, no, it's fine, bring it. We'll put it on it, and his whole plan, at the very least temporarily, is to be feeding Kawaki some chakra so that it kind of makes it a bit more compatible with him. Which is kind of an interesting thing, because it's like Kawaki and Naruto have already been kind of getting a little bit more closer and whatnot throughout the number of chapters that Kawaki's been around. So it's kind of like one more thing to draw him into the family, bring him closer to Naruto and Boruto, and eventually I guess that's like kind of their plan to sever that so it creates such a tight-knit connection between them so that when shit goes down, it's like end of the world kind of stuff. In other parts of the world, the little drone thing that popped out of Delta's back that she was just using to kind of like keep an eye on things, that seems to be the real core of her. So that's actually a pretty smart thing. I kind of figured that in the last chapter. I guess Delta could have gone either way, where she just like died and somebody just like was watching the situation and whatever, or she came back. Obviously, she came back. The drone showed back up at Kato's base. And they have a whole bunch of Deltas kind of waiting for her to show back up and whatever. So she's never really gone until that drone is gone. After that, there's kind of a little meeting between at least some of the Kara members. So you got Delta, you've got, I don't know any of their names. I think one's like Bara or something with a B. It's kind of a weird looking dude. Another dude with some face tattoos, and then you have Jigen, and they're just kind of chit-chatting about like the mission that Delta and Kashin Kojin kind of fell apart. They were originally supposed to get Kawaki out of there without Konoha being none the wiser, and basically getting him away from there, but it ended up just not being that way. And so I feel like there's a little bit of a distrust between Kojin and the rest of the Kara members that's not so spelled out, and maybe I'm looking into it further than I really should be, because it's like I'm thinking he's Jiraiya, so it's like jury's still out on that, obviously, but like he has some connection with the Toads, so I feel like maybe Jigen at the very least doesn't fully trust him, and we'll see how things go, but maybe I'm reading into it too much. In any event, Jigen learned a little something new. Apparently, he did not know that Boruto had the karma on his hand, and he did know that Momoshiki was around and could give it. So they all assumed that maybe it was like Sasuke or somebody. Clearly not. So now Jigen seems to think that Naruto is no longer as big of a threat, or is not the threat that they should be worrying about. And it's really more like Boruto is the one that's going to be the big playmaker in this whole situation. Which honestly is not surprising. It's his series now. This is his part. Naruto's not going to suddenly come showing back up when Boruto is about to have a big moment. He's not Goku. He's not going to show up Gohan or whatever. He's not going to show up his son. If anything, he might die. We don't know that for sure. In any event, it's kind of an interesting dynamic. Like, the Kara is such a big mystery, and it's obviously connected to the Otsutsuki, the moon people, and maybe that's like some kind of DNA thing, similar to how, like, I don't know, maybe there's some like Hashirama kind of stuff where it's like, oh, all of people that had Hashirama's cells can use his style of jutsu, the wood style jutsu. So maybe it's a similar thing with the Otsutsuki people, Momoshiki's clan, the original ninja people. So maybe it's like a similar thing where there's some kind of weird DNA stuff going on, and that's what Kara is. I don't know. Either way, there seems to be some kind of connection that kind of is still floating around that we don't have all the pieces to yet. As time passes, we got Kawaki has started to learn to be a ninja. He wants to be a ninja, and I think Boruto kind of teases him about it, but it's like they start training together with Naruto, and it's kind of cool. It's finally, again, it's that building of the connections that once kind of shit goes down, you have a reason for them to have such a visceral reaction to Kawaki turning on everybody, I guess. In addition to that, he's also fixing Himawari's vase, and he's starting to hang out with Boruto and his friends, and he even trades those like Hokage cards or whatever. Kawaki even gets a Minato card and ends up trading for Boruto's like billionth Naruto card. So Boruto's happy because he gets a card that's different. And Kawaki's kind of on the side of like, oh, he likes Naruto. And he's starting to kind of warm up to everybody. So honestly, I think the most interesting part of this chapter is the very end. And it's Kawaki finishing up fixing the vase. And he's obviously got to stay close to Naruto because he's just kind of like, Naruto's keeping him safe and whatnot. And like, especially with his arm occasionally. But at night, he doesn't have an arm because Naruto's asleep and can't flow chakra to with the arm. However, as Naruto's sleeping, he's fixing the vase, and he tries it out with some water, but it leaks, so there must be a missing piece, and he's like, okay, well, maybe it's somewhere in the house, I just gotta go find it, whatever. Just as he's about to leave the room, he looks over, and, like, big spirit head Kurama is like, listen, don't you dare go anywhere. And it's honestly the most interesting part of this chapter. And I'm wondering if it's because of him having Naruto's chakra flowing into him so much every day, or whether there's something more to him specifically that allows him to see Kurama's chakra. It's an interesting ending, honestly. And I really wonder if he like fully grasped the concept of Naruto's chakra and powers, because obviously you saw him fight and he had the chakra cloak on him and whatever, but like that still just looks like a glowing Naruto with maybe some slightly different chakra. But now he's straight up seeing Kurama's head at the very least, so this must be kind of jarring for him. So yeah, really kind of an interesting ending. We got some tiny bits and pieces here. Clearly things are being set up. Honestly, the biggest thing that I want out of this series right now is just for them to reveal who Kashin Kojin is. Just get it out of there, rip it off like a band-aid. Is it Jiraiya? Is it somebody he's related to? Is it somebody that's not even a new character? Or is it a completely brand new character, I just tell us. Rip it off. He's still in Konoha, so it's like, he's around. Come on. Stop beating around the bush here. Yeah, those are my thoughts, I guess, on this chapter. Sorry I'm a little low tone and kind of all over the place, I guess, in a sense. Again, not feeling kind of great. So, these are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a like. Greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. That way you'll get all kinds of notifications when I upload. I will see you guys in another video. Bye-bye.